Well, that's a good rundown of everything that's going on. So Rex, not going to be here anymore. I assume the Turian Primarch's not going to be here anymore. Yeah, they're all gone.
Bethany, you see the bids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
I'm just glad
No,
the
you don't.
diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
Commander, Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria.
Okay.
Look at that galaxy map. Do you know how many strategy games are built from that interface?
You play strategy games?
A few. Most are too flashy, though. I prefer chess. I have a set made from rose quartz and hematite back home. I like the feel of something solid in my hands.
Uh-huh.
Well, now that I know your weakness, we may have to try a game.
It'd be more fun than playing Edie. Edie doesn't sweat.
You sweat playing chess?
Depends on how much fun we're having.
I don't think she's talking about chess.
The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see him in action. Commander?
Okay, your regrettable decision from Dalatras Linron. I just want to put this in my junk. Commander, I'm deeply disappointed by your actions on Tuchanka. As I thought I made clear, curing the genophage will have long-term consequences. Once the Reaper threat is past, our combined forces will be so depleted that no race in the galaxy will be capable of stopping a resurgent Krogan. Moreover, the Krogan will undoubtedly seek revenge for the genophage, and the Solarian Union will be among their first targets. When that day comes, Commander, the blood of my people will be on your hands. I'm ashamed to also learn that our own scientist sacrificed his life carrying out your orders. This is a dark day not only for my people, but all of galactic civilization. I do not like her. We're not Rex making babies. Making babies again will be fun. As soon as this war is over, let's just say I'll do my part to build our numbers back up. You really came through for us. I'm proud to call you my friend. Eve is in the Kelphic Valley enlisting support from the other clans and spreading the word. She's going to be a great leader. Most of the males won't like me sharing power with her, but too bad, I run the show. We're off to save the Turians now, since apparently they forgot how to hold a gun. From Corinthus, when you first arrived on Menai, I had a hard time seeing how you flying off with one of our best generals would benefit our fight against the Reapers. However, as I now watch Turian and Krogan fighters working together to take down a Reaper destroyer, I must admit I am impressed. You've broken an alliance that many thought impossible. Palvin might be saved after all. Beautiful. From Shiala. I don't know if you've seen the articles, but the people of Zoo's Hope are fighting again. This time it's the Reapers instead of the Geth. I'm not sure if you remember me, but you helped me back on Ilium. The Thorian, I do remember. The Thorian is dead now, I can confirm that, but the spores in our bodies remain, and on some level we are still connected. This is not necessarily a bad thing. As we fight back the Reapers, we feel each other and act with one mind, ignoring pain when the need arises. I'm sure I'm still indoctrinated. I remember Sovereign's voice in my head when I went willingly to the Thorian as its thrall, but my connection to the people of Zoo's Hope is stronger. It drowns out the Reaper voices. The situation is imperfect and dangerous. Perhaps the colonists should separate for their own safety. But with one mind, the untrained fight with the skill of veteran commandos. Our force is strong. I have not forgotten how you helped us, how you spared me. We're leaving Pharos soon, and when the time comes, we will fight with you. Awesome. Oops. And a new article on Reaper. A group of colonists on Pharos have mounted a defensive against arriving Reaper forces, holding them back long enough for civilians from nearby colonies to escape. The informal militia from Zoo's Hope, said to be survivors of a savage Geth attack several years ago, has repelled initial Reaper landing attempts with the level of wartime competence more common to seasoned platoons. The colonies are using improvised weapons as well as supplies salvaged from a defunct exogeny facility. This colony is our home, colony spokesperson Lisbeth Bainham said. We've survived worse, and we know how to fight together. The colony is expected to have more time for full evacuation before more Reaper forces arrive. That's good. Now, before we go into the Triangle of Doom here, Make sure that we have a backup plan. Oh, Garrus is up here.
Alright, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
Alright, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
You gotta respect the classics.
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me. The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
Alright, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Oh, snap.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Those are good.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Morden.
He was a good man.
Yeah, he was always running those tests. And one time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
Glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not. But he was one of ours.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I think it would be an honor.
There's enough misery in this universe. It's nice to see something go right for a change.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this. Well, except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector base, but
You've seen some shit.
this one felt good. And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him. Imagine the carnage if some young, hot-headed Krogan took over.
It could happen.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Solarian deal.
I could never bring myself to do that, no matter what I was offered.
I admire your restraint, Shepard. It's nice when we can save the galaxy without destroying another race along the way.
Let's hope our luck holds.
Yeah, see, Garrus is very calculated. It doesn't look like Edie's here. Where is she? Okay, she's in the AI core now. I mean, I don't know how you could not...
Chief Engineer Adams would like to speak with you down in engineering.
Okay, I don't know how you could not want to tell them about that sabotage. So many rooms. And I guess they do bounce around quite a bit, but let's talk to everybody.
I'm glad to see we have Garrus back. I wanted to help with his scars, but I think he actually likes them. Hello, Commander.
It's been a long time and you are not chatty. Oh, there you go.
What are you up to now?
I'm uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
Well, keep talking to the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Hello, Shepard.
It's interesting that she makes the decisions like who to share information with, instead of, you know, coming through me.
Any sign of
I've
life?
got enough trust
The
in her.
Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away. The genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they? Rex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check?
I think
Or will this be the start of another Krogan empire?
between him and Eve, it'll go pretty well.
Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known. The Krogan won't let themselves fall by the wayside again. Not like they did after the rebellions. We'll have to get used to them having a bigger part in the galaxy. I hope the Krogan live up to their ancient legacy, and for the better. Hello, Shepard.
Mass relay traffic reports. Recent relay traffic. Giant increases in Widow. And a big decrease in Steinham, but this is probably not a good thing.
At your service.
Genophage cure, huh? This beats the hell out of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Reckonsstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid. Commander, got a minute?
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the genophage. Millions of
Straight to
Krogan will
the
start
interview.
fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni War and Krogan rebellions?
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a council homeworld. That's more than a lot of species can say. I helped them get the genophage cure. Anything more is between the council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval. Commander.
Krogan Clan's war asset updated, thank you.
Commander,
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Sounds like Miranda.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Thane.
And the Krogan we met, who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a
Grunt.
metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished. The governments of your cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion? Or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise, we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life?
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all. Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
I doubt it.
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this, and we'll both be set free.
Thank you, Commander. I have seen the death of a Reaper. It has been a long time.
Let's hope it's the first of many.
Yes, a difficult fight remains. I would have accepted the Solarian deal and not told the Krogan.
Yeah, you would have.
Morality and friendship do not matter now. Your allies are simply resources to use against the Reapers. If the Krogan seek retribution for the past, do not waste time on sterility plagues. Destroy them where they stand. In the meantime, they are useful cannon fodder against the Reapers. Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
That's like straight for the YouTube comments.
Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
Okay, let's talk to Adams.
Did you hear? Kelly Chambers is dead.
What?
No, what happened?
She committed suicide.
Oh,
That's terrible.
shit.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. Maybe our experience with the Collectors was
It
too
couldn't
much
have been
for her.
because of me.
You should go see Adams, Commander.
Adams would like to speak to you.
There's no way that was because of what I said to her.
Commander, good news on the installation of that thermal pipe you got us.
It went right brilliant. Much better than we expected.
I told you it would.
It gets better. While interfacing through our ESO capacitors, our Miss Daniels here had an epiphany.
I wouldn't go that far.
She and Donnelly deduced some theoretical improvements to our capacitor design. Edie and I ran with it and documented our conclusions. Our core is too compact to apply our theories, but it could help the Crucible engineers. Give the word and I'll send the plans their way.
Do it.
Aye, aye.
Well done, everyone.
Beautiful.
Nothing to report, Commander.
All good, Commander.
You think that cure they dispersed could do anything to us? We're not going to start growing scales or anything, right?
I don't think so.
Maybe now that we have the Krogan on board, we can go back to fighting the Reapers. I was looking at the specs on that Reaper you took out on Tuchanka. That was one of the small ones? Don't get me wrong, it's still dead, but damn. There was nothing small about it. Hey.
Hey.
Shepard, thanks again for being there at the Refugee Memorial. I feel better. Everything's so much clearer now.
Glad I could help.
Commander?
Alright, let's see what we have available to us. Not the armor locker. Procurement interface. Let's just check things out here. Collector armor. So we have a lot of credits now. 75,000. But I'm pretty good with the suit that we have. A couple of different weapons. Terminus armor. Again, I think what we have is better. Kanala. Blood Dragon armor. So this is power damage and then recharge speed 10. Let's just confirm what ours is here. Its recharge and damage is both 30. Yeah, so it's still the best, as far as I can tell. This one, you trade off recharge speed with shields, but... Ooh, med gel capacity. Yep, super useful. Oh, damn. Let's take it. Some ships, absolutely. And yeah, we could maybe grab the thermal clip that we're using now. Let's see. Agor munitions. Spectre requisitions. The only thing I'd like to buy one of these for, like specifically this Black Widow, is for Garrus. I think that'd be really cool. Maybe the Wraith, I'm not even sure what that would be like. I also wonder if I were to combine like pieces of other suits, would it work out better for me in the long run? Particle rifle 4, the spike thrower. Let's grab a few upgrades here. I kind of like this. It's expensive, but let's do it. Let's grab the particle rifle for the other guys. Okay, so it is up to thermal clip 3 now. Weight is reduced. Everything's good. It's beautiful. So let's take a look here. We've got to go to the N7 Cerberus fighter base. Admiral Hackers requested assistance with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria. Land on Novaria to disable the base's defenses. The Solarian Counselor has concerns that Counselor Udine is a potential security risk. Go to the Citadel and discuss the matter, which makes sense because we have to go there anyways. But I'm wondering, let's take a look and see if Irune is accessible now, because they just mentioned it previously. Volus on the Citadel needs the Book of Plenix. Recover it from Irune. Okay, yeah, we got a few places here. Cerberus Fighter Base. Aethon Cluster, Apian Crest. Manos Wasteland, Ismar Frontier, Crescent Nebula, Shrike Abyssal, Sigurd's Cradle, Ninma, Attican Beta, Hades Gamma, Gemini Sigma, Kite's Nest, I should say. I don't know where Irune is. I still don't see it. Let's see. Recover it from Irune. Yeah, I'm not sure where that is. That's really weird. But after this, I guess we will just head to the Citadel because there's not much else going on. Actually, you know what we might do? We'll go to the N7 Cerberus fighter base, and then we'll head to the Citadel. And we'll keep going. After that, we'll probably go and try and find Garneau. And then, I don't know, maybe we'll do N7, then Garneau, then the Citadel. We'll see what we feel like. But we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.